SNA Assassinators. This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the SNA podcast for the wrestling news on January 21st, 2024. And we're going to be talking about what exactly is going on in the world of professional wrestling with the wildest, intriguing news stories and rumors that you Assassinators need to know. And including a 48-year-old WWE star been told to retire. And we got Io Sky sends a message to a 36-year-old WWE Raw star by saying, "I will kiss you." And it says, like, in reason why Rhea Ripley's current feud with 40-year-old star is a mistake, according to WWE, in stating that it's ridiculous. And Bayley sends a cryptic message after igniting a new rivalry with her rival at WWE Raw and much more. And it says right here, we got doing this week's episode of WWE Raw was the final one before Saturday night's main event. Then it says right here that main event, several matches have been confirmed, like to the show, including one for the Intercontinental Championship. And Braun Breaker will defend his title against Sheamus following the Celtic Warriors win over Ludwig Kaiser last week. And it says right here, it says the two have faced each other before and have so many hostile interactions. Like, one of them happened like this Monday, like as the WWE legend was getting interviewed by Kathy Kelly, like backstage. And it says right here that Sheamus spoke about why he is desperate to win the Intercontinental Championship. Getting interrupted by Breaker, the second generation star, insulted the challenger, proclaiming he will never win the IC title before the Irishman, that he should just retire. Yeah. Look at this championship, like Sheamus, like it's mine, like. This is as close as you'll ever get to winning this title, because this Saturday I'm gonna beat you and break you like an old man. So why don't you do yourself a favor and retire in question? That should be answered. As you can see right here, like what it says right here on last night's edition of the Red Brand on this video that's been posted on X.
We have to talk about Saturday night's main event. And Sheamus, you have an Intercontinental Championship match this Saturday against Braun Breaker. You are a very decorated champion throughout your WWE career. So why is this title so important to you?
You know, Miss Kelly, some people would say I have the perfect WWE career backwards. About 6 months into my career, I beat the biggest superstar this business has ever seen, John Cena, for my first WWE title. But the ironic thing is, the IC title is the first championship that drew me to WWE as a kid. And I have been chasing that as an obsession for the last 5 years. And I have been so close on so many times. But guess what? The stars are aligned. This Saturday night's main event, I'm going to burst that link, tango Braun Breaker's side, and finally fulfill my destiny by winning the last championship I have never won. And for everyone watching, and for you, Braun Breaker, I want to let you know, let's go Irish! want you to look at this championship, Sheamus. It's mine. This is as close as you'll ever get to winning this title. Because this Saturday, I'm going to beat you and break you like an old man. So why don't you do yourself a favor and retire?
Well, to steal Sheamus's line, that is
words got to him. Sheamus now has even more money on Saturday nights. On this Saturday, I would say give it about probably an extra 3 months, and then we could be talking that he finally achieve his dream and finally finish his story of becoming the title that he is yet to win. Like other than the other championships and accomplishments that he achieved in WWE. But next up, we got Io Sky has sent a forward message to a 36-year-old WWE star. And it says right here that the genius of the sky has been riding high on WWE Raw. Despite a few recent big defeats, the Damage Control member is in a solid position on the Red brand. She is having a great time as a babyface, thanks to no small part to Dakota Kai being by her side. Like the two have stuck together through thick and thin, like especially like after Kairi Sane got injured. It says right here, following a backstage assault, the duo got a measure of revenge on the Pure Fusion Collective, who have constantly tried to put Damage Control on the shelf. Stark and Shayna Baszler in a tag team match on tonight's episode of WWE Raw, following the bout. Like the two had a wholesome conversation on X. Like it began when Dakota Kai tweeted a selfie of the two of them, like while giving Io quite the compliment in the caption. And it says right here that she is beauty. Dakota Kai wrote, she is beauty, she is grace, she will punch you in the face. And this while rhyming, so that she rhymed right here, so that was definitely true. And the former WWE Women's Champion responded with a quote tweet, like stating that she will kiss her stablemate by getting, and I will kiss you. And there's a post of a selfie they recently took with each other back probably a day ago, perhaps. But yeah, like this was back at midnight, yeah. But what are your thoughts on on the Io Sky and Dakota Kai's tweet? And do you think that they're gonna finally achieve their goals of winning like singles championship, even though Io Sky already did so? And yeah, this is also a lovely and wholesome tweet from the women's champion and the former women's tag team champions. And what I think was next in the accomplishments of these two Damage Control members, let me know down in the comment section right down below. But it remains to be seen, like how strong their bond is, especially with the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble is right around the corner in the next, let's say, 11 days. But let's move on to the next slide. But moving on, we got Rhea Ripley, and we got some Rhea Ripley news of a reason why she renewed her rivalry with a 40-year-old Raw star or SmackDown star, whatever you want to describe this particular women's wrestler. And it said, according to a WWE veteran, by describing it as ridiculous. Former WWE head writer Vince Russo recently spoke about Rhea Ripley's segment on Raw. The star is the current women's world champion on Raw. And it says right here, against Bayley this week, she destroyed her opponent. The 40-year-old star in particular is none other than the irresistible force, Nia Jax. And in a match against $1 million Bayley, if not 900,000, this week she destroyed her opponent with the Annihilator, taking home the win after the encounter. Rhea Ripley challenged the ring, leading to a huge brawl between the women's challenged the two-time women's champion after Jax attacked her right backstage. The night this led to Mommy putting her title on the line against Jax at Saturday night's main event. This week on Sportskeeda, Wrestling's Legion of Raw, Vince Russo criticizing the segment, calling the predictable bout. He pointed out that the brawl was reunited to pit these two stars in a match at Saturday night's main event. The veteran writer claimed there was no way Nia would dethrone Rhea Ripley at the show. And it said right here, it's so ridiculous. So Nia Jax attacks Rhea Ripley, so they can make the match for Saturday night's main event. Oh,
I was gonna say, your food in the kitchen. I don't know if you want us to make it or you can just leave it for you or whatever.
Either way, you can do whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's in the kitchen?
Okay. Thank you so much. But anyways, it said right here. Dang it! No, come on. It says right here, and we know they're not taking the belts off of Rhea Ripley. He continued, this is so predictable. This is nothing on this show. With Saturday night's main event, it's less than a week away. It will be interesting, to see if Rhea Ripley will hold on to the title heading into the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania season. But what are your thoughts on this episode of Monday Night Raw? And what are your thoughts on Vince Russo's hot take on why they're doing the feud reignite? reigniting the feud, even though they already did this before. And I'll say, looking at it in that standpoint about them having matches like in the likes of the with the Elimination Chambers and even a couple matches on Monday Night Raw before, like he has a point. Like, what's the point of redoing this feud if it's already happened? But I'll say, the only thing I'll say, the only two things I'll say good about this feud is that we need to remain Nia Jax is relevant and make her like a big monster heel to get over Rhea Ripley. And Rhea Ripley is red hot right now. But yeah, like I think that's the good reason why they have Nia Jax is her next latest opponent at a big pay-per-view match. And secondly, is because what was the second reason I was like? And the second reason is because I'll say they probably need some matches on the event, and they need some statements from Rhea Ripley to prove that she could beat anybody that could win the Women's Royal Rumble. But yeah. But yeah, let's move on to the next slide. But let me know in the comments down below on what your thoughts on. But what are your thoughts onto this feud? Do you think it's absolutely needed, or do you think that WWE was not really made the wise decision of putting Nia Jax to be the one to face Rhea Ripley, and maybe they should have, and maybe we should have had Bayley do this match against the Eradicator. Maybe but then again, like what makes anybody think that they're not gonna have Bayley gonna be facing the mommy of Monday Night Raw, or call her Monday Night Mommy. But yeah, let me know down in the comments down below on what your opinions on this matter. But yeah, like that's probably on down the road. Again, who knows? It could be a WrestleMania headlining match. Next up, we got Bayley sends a cryptic message after igniting a new rivalry upon her arrival to Monday Night Raw. And it says right here, in the wake of the new year, former WWE Women's Champion $1 million Bayley, if not worth $900,000, has decided to move to Monday Night Raw. Adam Pearce made the announcement this week. Unfortunately, her first night on the Red brand did not end well for her. Nia Jax defeated the role model in a match after which the irresistible force was made Rhea Ripley's next challenger for the Women's World Championship. Their bout was made official for Saturday night's main event. On January 25th. An interesting detail, like during Bayley's match with Nia Jax, was the involvement of former NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez. The two had recently gotten into an altercation last Tuesday on NXT. Like Perez was evidently in favor of the Inouye family member winning. Of course, obviously, at one point, like during the bout, the role model knocked out Perez and elbowed this. This could be a sign of things to come for the newest member of the Raw roster, taken on to Instagram. The 35-year-old shared a cryptic message highlighting her interactions with the NXT import and Nia Jax. And she writes, what I fear is not the enemy's strategy, but not the enemy's strategies, but our own mistakes. Periscopes of Raw, Netflix, Monday Night Raw, WWE, WWE on Netflix. It says right here, Roxanne Perez only recently lost the WWE Women's Championship to Julia. Her potential rival on the main roster had targeted her on social media, recently claiming that she has maxed out her own growth. But what are your thoughts on this potential feud and what do you think is going to take place at? Do you think it's going to be at a future Monday Night Raw show? Or do you think it's going to be at the show of shows itself, which is the Showcase of the Immortals, WrestleMania? Either way, let me know down in the comment section right down below. And it says right here that Bayley makes Royal Rumble announcement, along with the likes of, she finally, makes her announcement that she's entering the Royal Rumble. And CM Punk welcomes her to Monday Night Raw as well. The role modeling hugger, the role modeling huggers day on the SmackDown roster, hit a roadblock after she was crushed by Nia Jax numerous times, even after the women's title change hands. Even with the titles change hands, she failed to defeat the new champion, Tiffany Stratton. The title contest on January 17th marked her final appearance on the Blue brand, before she became an official member of the Raw roster. After Adam Pearce made the role models move official, CM Punk welcomed her to the show, and taken to Instagram, the best in the world, claimed that Raw got closer, with the rival of the former WWE Women's Champion. And he writes, Raw just got cooler. An explanation, welcome to Raw. Welcome to Monday Night Raw, Bayley. Where this goes, from here, for the role model, bears watching. Meanwhile, she also announced her entry, into the Women's Royal Rumble on February 1st. She had scored the victory last year for the first time in her career. With the 35-year-old, went on to win the the world title, like from Io Sky at WrestleMania in April. Like, could she repeat her success from the previous year in question? Like, that remains to be seen. But do you want to see the $1 million wrestler, if not worth 900,000, want to be winning the Royal Rumble back to back, just like Cody Rhodes and Shawn Michaels and Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold Steve Austin? Let me know down in the comment section right down below about that. But let's move on to the next news. We got popular WWE star takes a shot at Michael Cole following Raw. A popular WWE star took a shot at the legendary 20 almost 28-year veteran, or legend in the commentary booth, following last night's edition of Raw. Pat McAfee was not on the Red Brand this week, as he was on ESPN's coverage of the College Football National Championship. And Wade Barrett filled in for Pat McAfee.
You tore up, or do you want to just hold?
I guess you can put it whole.
Oh, okay.
His absence last night on WWE Raw, it worked alongside the veteran announcer Michael Cole during Jey Uso's entrance. Cole got up, got in his seat, and started dancing around, and Wade Barrett took to social media to mock Cole for doing the yeet dance during the last night's show, and claimed that he asked him not to do it before agreeing to serve as McAfee's replacement. And he wrote, "Yeah, mate, I hope come and work up a WWE Raw with you. Just don't do that BS dance, or do that BS dance, and didn't listen, Michael Cole. That BS dance and didn't listen, Michael Cole." But it says right here, Wade Barrett used to be a professional wrestler, but has not competed in a match since 2016. The veteran captured the Intercontinental Championship 5 times, during his run in his in-ring career. Former WWE writer claims Michael Cole made a mistake on Raw. In the same wrestling legend himself, that criticized the feud between Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax, Vince Russo recently stated that Michael Cole made a blunder during Penta's debut with the company last week on Raw. Former AEW star Penta debuted on the January 13th edition of the Red Brand and defeated Chad Gable in the process in a singles match. The veteran also picked up a victory over Pete Dunne during the last night's episode of the Red Brand.
Do you want this in here? Or?
I guess you can bring it in.
I don't know if you want a fork or a spoon.
Yeah.
Someone said you can have syrup.
Okay, sure, yeah.
I guess you can get a fork or spoon. But that was all we had left. Hey, and after this last podcast, I would kind of chill for 24 hours. Do you think? Yeah, so you gotta use the voice. Yeah. Right.
It says right here that and it says right here that speaking on the Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw show, it says Russo stated that Michael Cole made a mistake during Penta's debut earlier in this month. The veteran announcer said that the former AEW star was the best luchador that the Raw GM Adam Pearce could find, but later noted that he was behind Rey Mysterio. Sorry. But anyway, he said, we got Gable and Penta. Cole says this the best luchador Adam Pearce could find, bro. You got Rey Mysterio on that roster. Cole said it and when they come back from the commercial break, he kind of said Penta was the second best luchador right behind Rey Mysterio. I guarantee you Triple H was like, bro, you can't say that in large explanation. Ray is sitting right here. You know what I mean? In question that can easily be answered. It's things like this. But it says right here that Corey Graves used to work alongside Michael Cole, but has been absent on WWE television as of late. Graves complained on social media about not being featured on the main roster following Pat McAfee's return on Raw. But he since has deleted this post. But what are your thoughts on Vince Russo's take about Michael Cole making a huge blunder of calling him the best luchador that Adam Pearce could find? Which I would totally agree with Russo on this one, because given the fact that Rey Mysterio is the best luchador of all time, even over the likes of anybody, whether they're legends or newcomers, etc. He's the GOAT of Lucha Libre and in the mass martial wrestling community. Even over the future star right here, their favorite super ninja assassin. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below on what your opinions onto this matter. But yeah, Vince Russo was probably right on this one. Probably was right, likely right. And I would also say that, what's his name? Would like to say that I think that he probably also right about Triple H probably correcting it, because Michael Cole did say right after the commercial break, he was like, I apologize to the fans, or WWE Universe, this is the second best luchador that Adam Pearce find next to Rey Mysterio, that is. But next up, we got a potential reason behind Sami Zayn's recent heel turn actions revealed. And wow, I did not know that was a heel turn. I thought this was a huge mistake of teasing a feud between these two, with Seth Rollins probably turning the heel. But I'm gonna talk more about that after I document this. Sami Zayn hit Seth Rollins with a haluva kick in the closing moments of this past Monday's edition of WWE Raw. The veteran seemingly aimed it for Drew McIntyre, but the former champion got out of the way, and at that last minute, Zayn cut a promo last night, like on WWE Raw, and announced that he will compete in the men's Royal Rumble match the next month. He later had a conversation. The next moment, I know what I'm saying. Like, he's gonna be competing at next month's Royal Rumble match. Like, he later on the show had a conversation with Rollins backstage, and thanked him for telling him to focus on his own career. Karrion Kross was spotted right in the background, which I even pointed that out on my podcast. I was like, I think, correct me if I'm wrong on this one. This is where we saw Karrion Kross in the background, kind of listening into the conversation and kind of teasing more of a heel turn, Seth Rollins, because considering he has a track record on that of turning people on the dark side like The Miz and the New Day. So it wouldn't be a shocker if he did the same to the Visionary. But anyways, he was listening into the conversation, and Rollins defeated Drew McIntyre in the end of the show, which is the main event of last night's Red Brand edition. After the match, McIntyre attacked the former world heavyweight champion, but Zayn attempted to make the save. However, Sami Zayn accidentally hit Seth Rollins with the haluva kick as Raw went off the air. Kross took to his Instagram story and revealed a potential reason for Sami Zayn's actions after the end of the show. The leader of the Final Testament could be playing a mind games with the former Intercontinental Champion, and shared a cryptic message following last night's show. You can check out right here down below, which it states with an image of a couple weeks ago when he was interviewed by Jackie Redmond on the debut show on Netflix alongside his wife Scarlett. It said, "They're all lying to you, except for me." Which you can see right here, which I don't know why. Which you can see right here on the image right here, which you can barely see it because they're showing that from Sportskeeda, they're blocking, said this, the post from Karrion Kross's Instagram story. But next up, we got more news about Vince Russo, but this time with his utter I'll say rant about what happened on Monday Night Raw last night. But before I get into it, I want to ask you, do you think that Karrion Kross is the mastermind of the reason why Sami Zayn accidentally haluva kicked what's his name, Seth Rollins instead? Or do you think this was his? Or do you think he was just probably just making it up as he go along so he can have everybody believe on the IWC, considering he knows that everybody considering that everybody in the back was considering everybody that's watching this gonna believe that this is gonna be an accident, but Karrion Kross will ever have social media and go online, they'll probably will see that, and then Karrion Kross will be like, you've been lied to, but what I'm telling you is true. And they're claiming that he's probably the one that made Sami Zayn haluva kick Seth Rollins. to tear them apart and try to split them apart. I guess you could say that is. But yeah, moving on, we got Vince Russo. But let me know in the comments down below. And if this is any of the case, I would say Karrion Kross is not making Sami Zayn the heel because he knows that he's gonna be, because he's the nicest man. He'll do anything for his friends. And he'll even give the shirt off his back to a friend that if they're not wearing the shirt. But yeah, they know that Seth Rollins is already in a bad, messed up mood, and he'll give Seth Rollins another reason why he wants to fight Sami Zayn. And then this where it could probably make him into a heel, like it's been rumored to be. But even before Karrion Kross even had anything to do with this, he will be genuinely probably getting ready to turn it to the dark side, because considering he has some bad blood with the guy that he's have beef with for the last decade, and that is CM Punk. But anyway, the former WWE writer Vince Russo shared his thoughts on Sami Zayn's actions last night on Raw. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw show, Russo noted that Sami Zayn wasn't aiming for Rollins, and it was an accident. The legend mocked the idea of the former world heavyweight champion not being able to figure out that the 40-year-old has aimed for Drew McIntyre. And he stated, "This was an absolute accident. There's no bones about it. Drew got out of the way. He didn't mean to kick Rollins. And now, what in question? You're gonna have Rollins come back and say, oh, you meant to do that, on purpose, when it was clearly a mistake. They don't know how to book that." The WWE Royal Rumble 2025 is shaping up to be a memorable show. It will be fascinating to see which WWE superstar pushes their ticket to WrestleMania 41 by winning the Men's Royal Rumble match next month. But what are your thoughts? And do you think this is going to lead into a feud, probably starting at the Royal Rumble 2025? I mean, that's if CM Punk. That's if only CM Punk finally wins the Royal Rumble, and if there's nothing to do for Seth Rollins. But I don't know if this is going to be happening at WrestleMania, at least this year, of course. But we can lead up into the next one, because it looks like we're going to be doing Rollins versus Punk at WrestleMania Night 1's main event, while we got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn on one of those nights, because they kind of teased that they're going to be fighting without the championship being on the line. And even Kevin Owens teased that he's going to deal with Sami Zayn when that time is right, which this time may be right. And Kevin Owens kind of teased that, but he kind of pointed out by saying that, how about you in the Royal? He does not mind that Sami Zayn enters the Royal Rumble, because he hopes he wins that while he heads over to become the WWE Championship. They can finally main event WrestleMania, a lifelong dream that they wanted to accomplish for the past 25 years of their friendship. But let me know in the comments down below. But I just don't think they're going to be having a match at this year's Mania 41. I would say they would start a feud this year. I wouldn't put that past, considering if Seth Rollins does turn heel. There's no doubting on that one. But we just need happening next, like into this feud. But next up, we got Rhea Ripley has one-word reaction to her high-risk spot on WWE Raw, and it says the WWE superstar, the Eradicator mommy herself, Rhea Ripley, got into a massive brawl with the irresistible Force Nia Jax on the latest edition of Raw last night. The former WWE Women's Champion took out the Eradicator backstage, like moments before the show started, and it's there right here. Later on, the Red Bread, like Nia Jax, defeated long-term rival Bayley in a singles match. However, after the contest ended, Rhea Ripley made her way to the squared circle to reenact like a brawl, like with the former WWE Women's Champion. It led security personnel and officials jumping and trying to separate the two women. Like earlier today, like Rhea Ripley shared a reaction to jumping off the announcer's desk to take out Nia Jax, the current women's world champion. Like we shared like a post about the brawl while addressing her high-flying with a maneuver with a one-word message by saying Park hour in explanation, which you can see right here. But what are your thoughts on this rivalry between? What are your thoughts on this? On Rhea Ripley reacting on her own spot by hitting that cannonball onto Nia? And do you think that was the highlighted moment of the night, or even the whole year of 2025? Let me know in the comments down below. But let's move on to the next slide. And we're going to end today's wrestling news video with a WWE legend, not Randy Orton, would be honored to induct John Cena into the Hall of Fame one day. The 16-time WWE World Champion John Cena is undoubtedly a future WWE Hall of Famer. Speculation has run like rampant, like regarding like potential candidates in inducting him, with Randy Orton emerging as a leading contender. However, the former world heavyweight champion, recently expressed his desire to induct the franchise player into the Hall of Fame, like stating he would be honored to do so. And this man in question, that's a former world champion in WWE. That's a Hall of Famer himself, is none other than the Olympic gold medalist that hates the one chance, Kurt Angle. Like was Cena's first debut opponent on WWE SmackDown over 2 decades ago. Like despite losing to the Olympic gold medalist, this match marked the beginning of the 47-year-old star's ruthless aggression era, which saw him become an unstoppable face in the company. During an appearance on Chris Van Vliet's Inside podcast, Kurt Angle confirmed that he wouldn't be able to return to the ring for the 16-time world Champions final match, he then discussed Randy Orton and Stephanie McMahon as potential candidates for inducting Cena into the Hall of Fame as well. He said, "Well, I'll tell you this: like there are a lot of people like that's sick, like deserves like to induct John, like Randy Orton, who was his biggest competition or his nemesis, but Stephanie McMahon, don't forget that's it. She's the one that discovered his rapping abilities, and she was a big fan of his. She really supported him like quite often." Kurt Angle acknowledged like their significant contribution and also stated that he would be honored to induct Cena, whom he considers the greatest WWE superstar ever. Notably, like the franchise player inducted the Olympian into the Hall of Fame in 2017. But it's where Kurt Angle added, "But no, I'd be honored to induct John Cena. The one thing I want to say about him, like, is he has shown that he is possibly the greatest WWE superstar of all time." But what are your thoughts on to this matter? And do you want to see Kurt Angle be the one to give the induction to John Cena? And yeah, funny thing is about that, like they would do each other a favor if that was the case, because considering like 8 years ago, Cena did that for Angle. Like, and considering John Cena was the Kurt Angle was John Cena's first opponent ever. That's where, yeah, that's Cena. But what are your thoughts on John Cena finally? John Cena, like, do you want to see Kurt Angle be the one introduced, or someone like Randy Orton or Stephanie McMahon? Let me know down in the comment section right down below, which I would say, whoever one it is, it would make sense to have either of these three to induct them into the I'll say the richest accomplishment in any legendary WWE star in the company. But I guess that'll be it for today, Assassinators. And I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. And if so, please make sure to put a like on the video and smash that subscribe and the post notification bell for more SNA videos. And let me know which one was your favorite out of this list. I would say this one was definitely my favorite one about who's going to induct my boy, Big Match John. He could possibly be inducted in the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame. But I hope you, like I said, enjoyed the video, and you put a like on it and subscribe for more of my content. And also make sure, and since my voice is still acting like this, I decided to give myself the night off tonight. Like, if my voice was better, I would be doing the NXT review video. But since I can barely talk to make this news video, like, I made my mind up to just give myself the night off and heal my talking device so I can get better, and so it can get better, and so it won't be interference no more into my podcast or anything I need to do, like to talk in general, like with my voice. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, which will probably be in the next 24 hours. I'm going to talk about what just happened tonight. I will still watch NXT tonight, but I won't be making a review video until tomorrow afternoon. And let me know in the comments down below if y'all gonna be watching it tomorrow on my podcast on tomorrow night. tomorrow's video, and I'm gonna give this like a little 24-hour break until this at least goes away fully. But yeah, but the only thing I know that's gonna be on tonight is Alexis King and what's his name, Charlie Dempsey, for the Heritage Cup Championship. And let me know in the comments which second generation wrestler is gonna be the one victorious. But and also I will be talking about AEW Dynamite tomorrow, which I think it'll be in Nashville, Tennessee, was it? And the only match that's been announced for that show is Samoa Joe versus Nicholas Wayne, I should say, if I'm properly speaking, of course. But yeah, and I'm sorry if I sound like this. I apologize in advance, and I hope I can make it up for you guys by going to tomorrow's video by making a much better video with at least like half of my voice back, so I can continue to do the SNA podcast. Oh yeah, we got Cope the Yope is going to be taking on the Bastard Pack. Jamie Hayter square off again against Julia Hart. Private Party against the Hurt Syndicate and Kenny Omega. And Will Ospreay will go face to face. So yeah, that's what's going to be on the card tomorrow. And make sure to check all that out. And I hope y'all Assassinators have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. And I'll see you all tomorrow with some more SNA content. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here. And I hope that you're not having a very terrible voice crisis right now, just like your favorite Super Ninja Assassin. I hope that y'all are staying safe and staying healthy. And if you excuse me, I'm going to take care of my voice now, while I end this video. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow at the same time, if not earlier than then. Bye.